My question is to the Minister responsible for RMA reform. What announcements has he made regarding the transition to the government's new planning system?
The Honourable Chris Bishop.
Mr Speaker, yesterday at the Local Government New Zealand conference I announced that the government tends to stop councils wasting time and money on plan changes in advance of the new planning system coming into force. Government intends to move an amendment to legislation currently before the House to prevent councils from initiating new plan changes under the RMA unless they're absolutely necessary, and removing requirements for them to review their plans and policy statements going forward. It's our view, Mr Speaker, that councils shouldn't be spending millions on plan changes that they'll have to redo again once the new planning legislation comes into effect.
What plan changes are exempted from this policy?
Mr Speaker, the default rule will be that no plan changes can proceed, but there will be a limited number that will be exempt from the stopping. Examples include streamlined planning processes and private plan changes under the RMA. The government also recognises that councils need to be able to do changes relating to natural hazard management, as well as plan changes required by treaty settlement agreements. Therefore, they will be exempt from these new requirements, and councils will also be able to apply to the Minister for an exemption to continue to notify a plan change.
Supplementary. What feedback has the Minister seen on this announcement?
Great feedback.
Mr Speaker, there's quite a lot of support for this change. Let me quote Sam Broughton, President of Local Government New Zealand, not a noted fan of the government normally. This is really good for local government to hear some certainty. Federated farmers, who do tend to support the government, to be fair, said that this change is welcome news for farmers and that halting plan changes now avoids councils rushing in to put new red tape in place before the new RMA is in place. This is a sensible change, Mr Speaker, to save ratepayer money, get them focused on the transition to the new planning system and the new flexible infrastructure funding and financing system. And there's lots of legislation coming before the House, and I look forward to debating it in this Parliament.
Supplementary, Simon Court.
Minister, can the Minister confirm that in the new planning law, developers wanting to build a supermarket, an IKEA or a solar farm won't be subject to resource consent conditions that require Māori groups to say a karakia before earthworks commence or removing a native tree?
Mr Speaker, it is certainly the government's intention that consent conditions that are currently attached to quite sensible projects be reduced down. There are far too many consent conditions attached to projects that drive up cost and time and money. The member has quoted one example like that, but there are many more that people could also identify in this House.